What up, people? It is Monday, beginning of the week. Things are looking pretty good. I don't know about you, but I got too excited seeing this news today. It's the 25th of October and things are looking pretty nice. So I don't know, I just want to make this video pretty quick. I wasn't even going to edit it, to be honest, but just to let you know, Walmart shoppers can now buy Bitcoin at kiosks in some stores. We had something major happen today with the Walmart. So Coinstar, in partnership with CoinMe, has launched a pilot that allows its customers to use cash to purchase Bitcoin. A Walmart spokesperson confirmed in an email to CBS Money Watch. There are 200 Coinstar kiosks located inside Walmart stores across the United States that are a part of this pilot. The pact with Coinstar was first reported by CoinDesk, which tried out the service. The kiosk charges a 4% fee for the Bitcoin option and 7% cash exchange fee, according to CoinDesk, which is kind of pretty a lot, to be honest with you. But again, this is the first time we're rolling this out. Probably with more consumer demand, we'll have this kind of, have more of a bit of a competitive fee on using the kiosk. But again, another article actually is talking about the same thing. So Walmart rolling out first installation of Bitcoin ATMs. Walmart is bringing Bitcoin ATMs to 200 locations across the US because at the end of the day, we always need to verify this information. We don't want to spread false information. And, we try to do our homework so you get the best, most trusted information, I guess. But anyways, enough rambling. Walmart is bringing that to 200 locations across the US with the partnership with the Coinstar and crypto cash exchange CoinMe. Although the initial trial period is just 200 ATMs, the launch is a part of a wider plan to install 8,000 Bitcoin ATMs in the country, according to multiple reports. Now, there are more than 25,000 Bitcoin ATMs in the US, which we know about that already. We already have that also in Canada here as well. But overall, we never really had that specifically at Walmart. And Walmart allowing that tells you a lot about what these big institutions are thinking, or what their stance is on crypto in general. So Coinstar operates 4,400 Bitcoin kiosks in 33 states. And Coinstar launched the Walmart pilot program in conjunction with CoinMe. Walmart's communication director, Molly Blakeman, told CoinDesk. So we should send our thank yous to Molly Blakeman for this amazing news. Now, customers wanting to use the Bitcoin machine must have a CoinMe wallet, which I guess is pretty easy to set up. In order for them to use the ATM, the cost is 4% for exchanging Bitcoin, which goes well with this other article we had here. So that's pretty good. Plus an additional 7% for converting the e-currency into cash, according to Coinstar website. So pretty crazy news, to be honest with you. And you can only think like two main things right now. It just adds more and more to the credibility of crypto. When you see these big guys actually getting into it, when you see Visa also working on some sort of program to connect different blockchains across the world for you to send money and all that, that's pretty good as well. But major news from Walmart is going to tell you about, a lot more about the not only credibility, but the new gates that are open, or it's getting easier and easier for you to buy Bitcoin. I remember 4 years ago, I had to buy Bitcoin off people. There's websites where you see certain sellers that actually, has some sort of ranking in terms of like how trustworthy they are and all that for you to buy Bitcoin. And you had to like go through a bunch of hula hoops to actually buy Bitcoin or buy crypto in general. Not anymore. This is pretty huge. So looking at the price action here, if you guys watched the previous live streams or videos we had, mainly I was looking at this level right here, because overall, you can do that as well. I would say the same thing. You can look at the VPVR. The VPVR, you go to here to where you can add indicators and strategies, and you search for volume profile. I just see volume profile. Is it volume profile? No, let's see. What is it? VPVR. Yeah, there you go. Visible range. Sorry, you press on that and you actually get the VPVR on the side. And the nice thing about it is it just tells you where those highly reactive zones are, because that's what we need. It's nice to have all-time highs here, but then again, you got to look, what's the weight of that? There's another dimension of how many people actually, what's the volume? A lot of coins are being sold somewhere here at this level, sure. But if you're looking here, there's all-time highs. Look at this. There's almost no trading activity. What that means, smart investors or smart people bought a lot, at this level right here before we actually get to the top. The movement already happened. So you need to know these zones. You need to know the zone where we're having the most reaction. You know, you look at those peaks and valleys with the VPVR and you translate that back to the price action. You see here, oh, there's a lot of trading activity at this level. Then, you know, you're going to have a lot of activity towards it. And that's what we're seeing here. So again, the way this works is that you go and check those levels on the VPVR, and that's where you want your price to be, either below if you want to long this or above if you want to short it. So again, main levels we could be looking at with Bitcoin were these, and we were looking at those from before. This level over here, and again, this level over here somewhere. But, you know, just take the peak, the top of the peak, and then that would be where you'd have your most reaction. But look at this. This is showing us a lot of accumulation or redistribution of assets, and that's what we're talking about before. A lot of these coins here were being sold by people or wallets that actually came into crypto space, or the wallets were created sometime between January and February, which means it's all the newbies that, you know, they're coming in pretty late to the hype, and you know, they start buying, but it was already too late, and things start to drop, and bigger institutions here were actually buying that off of those, you know, newer people that came into the space, and we saw a lot of redistribution happen. So we pushed up, and now we're above the main level I was looking at in general. You know, for us to reach these all-time highs was the this breakout point. You know, I want to see where the supply and demand actually squeezes. I don't care much about where the resistance line is or the support line is. I want to look at where we had a supply and demand squeeze, which goes well with the VPVR, and you'll see how when we dropped, now we're below it, we go above exactly where that breakout point, and now we drop, and you'll see that everywhere. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning that is because we actually did push up, we did form an all-time highs, but, you know, this is not really a lot of trading activity, meaning that anything, you know, anybody can come in here, either dump it or push it upwards. And the reason why is because a lot of these coins or assets got, like the Bitcoin basically got redistributed to bigger investors, to the OGs, I guess, that have been there for a while, and they're buying it at a much cheaper price. And now we pushed up, and now you're going to start seeing the news again. You know, you're going to start seeing all these different newbies getting into the market again. And, you know, it's nice that we're having that here as opposed to at lower levels. So again, that's what we're seeing. We pushed above, and now we came back down. I'm looking at the daily here for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 days of the last week. We had a drop, basically some sort of retracement, which is good. It's healthy because we don't want everything to look so overbought. You know, we don't want that. We want a healthy uptrend. Now we drop back down to exactly this level. You know, pretty reactive level for Bitcoin. And we're right here. We found support at it. Now, are we going to continue to find support at it? That's the main question. We need to let the market decide first for us. So now we're above it. You know, we're seeing some wicks, not a lot, not a lot of a battle, and we're about to continue to push upwards again. And, yesterday I was talking to Brendan. I'm like, what kind of, price action could we see happening? In my opinion, to be honest, I think, this is a pretty big level, but the fact that we actually, broke through this previous all-time highs now validates that this is not the all-time highs anymore. We didn't have a lower low. So what's going to happen next? I think what's going to happen is the same thing. We're probably going to have some sort of a range over here that we're going to try to knock at it, a couple of times, maybe 2 to 3 times before we can assume anything. But we could be forming some sort of a major ascending triangle. We could be forming some sort of, maybe even smaller ascending triangle where the line actually looks somewhere like this, for example, something like this. So the timing is going to be kind of different, but I do think 100% that we will at least find support back like somewhere here. So that's what it is. Pretty well solidified ceiling. Now we're going to see, is this going to continue to hold? If not, perfect, because we do want it to kind of, go up in a healthy manner until we reach some sort of an apex. Now, I don't know if the apex is going to be somewhere around this area, somewhere around this region, or somewhere around this region. But, and even with this news that just came out, Walmart, one of the biggest stores or institutions or corporation out there now allowing this. So what's going to tell what's going to happen with Amazon, what's going to happen with Facebook. Facebook just launched also their own wallet as well. So things are looking pretty good, people. You got to pay attention to these things, and don't try to time the market. Look at the fundamentals, and the price action will take care of everything. If you're investing in a good product, then you shouldn't really have to worry. But Nonetheless, things are looking pretty good. If we don't hold this region, I'm expecting some sort of a drop back to these lower levels, and then again we push up. But it's pretty nice to see that we did break this all-time high and we actually formed a higher high. So pretty nice to see. That's pretty much it for this video. Let me know. We're gonna start making a lot more videos. I'm about to do another VeChain video because this thing is looking pretty good. I want to just make a quick update on it, but nonetheless, thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Make sure you comment, like, share, subscribe, do all of that. Check out the links in the description. Watch out for these scammers in the comment sections. They're getting pretty smart. And yeah, stay smart, stay safe, and have a great day.